Okay. Great. Hello, my name's Nakia Shade. I'm a nationally award-winning published author and artist. I'm a America's Next Great Author semi-finalist 2022, a Dark Horse Comics author, character designer, storyboard artist, and uh, preliminary cover designer for this um, comic right behind me, Climate Keepers, Legends of Project Zero. And I'm also the creator of Song of Wata, which is a Masala fiction drama on my YouTube channel, Nakia Shade Masala Fiction Dramas. And today I just want to encourage you all to go watch chapter 9. It's gotten a lot of really good reception, like view wise. I've gotten a lot of views on this chapter than the first day, which is more than I would get on a chapter in the first week. So that's very encouraging. So if you haven't watched it already, we'll watch it a little bit together here on the YouTube page. I just wanted to let you know on on Instagram that I'm live. Hello, I'm live on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. So come check me out. And I'm having a giveaway for Song of Water greeting cards. So if you want to join, come watch the live stream. YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So, okay, I did it. Yay. So, like I mentioned, I'm having a giveaway. Um, so I have these cards. Four of these cards. These are four of the greeting cards that I have left from this year that I haven't sold. And I wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been supporting me locally and like online and like internationally. It's really cool. So I have this giveaway for these cards. And the way to enter the giveaway for these cards is quite simple. I will, in fact, I put that in the description. Let's see, enter giveaway. Follow me on socials. Here too. Enter till I'll give you guys like 3 weeks. I'll give you guys 3 weeks to do this. Not a lot of time, but I'll give you guys till the 17th. Boom. There. Okay. So that's how you enter the giveaway. You follow me on socials. Also, when you join my school community, then I also am able to mail these out to you because with the greeting cards, they're a physical object, like they're physical cards. They're not digital. Like the coloring pages are digital, so you can download those and use them however you like. But with these had to mail them out to you. So that's why you can join my school community. I will be able to ask you for your mailing address or your PO box, and then you can receive one. And these are drawn at random, so there's only going to be 4 winners for these. So first come, first serve. You lose it, you snooze it, and I'll do this again next time as I get closer to the end with the other act. For like the next act, I think I want to do this, but in the present, this is to celebrate completing Act 1, getting the last chapter out, and preparation for the next chapter, which will happen this week. I'm not going to say when, but it will happen this week. And I'll say thank you for all your support, everything. And these are the last, and these will be signed as well. And so you get these signed cards mailed to you. I don't know how much shipping will be, so the sooner you join the giveaway, you figure that out, then I will have those details. Though the tier of that you join, should honestly cover like shipping charges because they're so light. But yeah, I was really impressed by like the response so far for this episode, and like I said, we'll watch it together. Do a little bit of a watch party. And I'm not going to be on for too long. I'm have other stuff I do today, but I wanted to get on because I was really glad that really glad I had such a positive turnout from the chapter. It's so cool. Okay, let's see if I can do this. And oh, I would love to answer questions, like some behind the scenes stuff about this last couple chapters that I don't think that not many people know about or would like to know. So I think it'll be very interesting. Oops. To yeah, to answer this question. So the one of the main points of this chapter is to resolve and not really resolve it, the mystery behind like Yamaya's passing or her disappearance. The only thing that you know at the end of this chapter is that Delphine had something to do with it. That's all we know. So I really wanted to resolve a little bit of the mystery behind that. Because I felt like it was time and I wanted both parents to reunite. The second thing is there is a bit of foreshadowing in chapter 1 where Niambe's talking to the kids, and we learned a little bit more about like let me see if I can do it. We learned a little bit more about Abu Bakr and Yamaya and the founding family and how everything started, and everything that's happening in chapter 9 I've already kind of talked about in chapter 1. So there you go. There you go. And I did it in song. So there you go. The other thing is with chapter 9, we get to learn about another relative, which is Musa, which is Abu Bakr's little brother, and Niambe and Sela's uncle. And what was interesting about him and introducing him was that I wanted him to seem very like unsuspecting. You know what I mean? Like I wanted him to be this like imam, and he's like, oh, he's so dignified and proper, you know, and he is. But there's also an aspect of him that you'll learn a little bit more later in the next chapter that I think will add a little extra interest into everything. So I really am glad that I was able to introduce him in that way. The other thing I really liked that I was able to do with this chapter um, was that I made the relationship between him and Niambe very like uh, familial. Um, I love that kind of stuff. Like even in my like life, you know, I have some uncles that I really like and then I get along with well, and so I really wanted to kind of introduce that into this story, this dynamic where it's like, oh, she has like good like relationships with her family. That's very good. The other thing is like Rizwanuddin's like efficiency and just hesitation to Niambe's hair cutting idea. I really, in the beginning, it was something that he proposed to do and he wanted done because he wanted it to be something that she was obligated to do as a part of their contract and as a part of their like cultural stuff where you know it's one of the wife's responsibility or duty of a wife to do, you know, to sacrifice yourself in body, mind, and spirit, all this kind of stuff. um but I like the direction it ends up going in the final version because I feel like not only did it give Nyambe agency, it also allowed something that happened in her childhood. She like reinterpreted it and did something that made her money, but also it provided like a goods to like people in Carrie that actually want it. Um, and you know, she's very like quick on her feet. She has experienced things before she kind of gets smart, but when she gets smart, it's like, oh, watch out! Like you don't know what she's gonna do, what she's capable of. And I also liked the final version of the scene because it really allowed them to work together on a problem that affected them both. And I like that even though he didn't have a lot of money, he's like, here's a part of your down payment, your deposit, and then I'll take care of the rest. And like he's like not gonna be like, oh, I can't afford it. He's not that kind of guy. He's just gonna be like, all right, I'll give you the rest later. Like, you know what I mean? And that was important to me too. Because if you're on my Instagram page, um, like, let's just say my Instagram page can be very polarizing, and yeah, it can be very polarizing, and that's okay. But if you're on my Instagram page, I love to repost and what's the word? Yeah, put in my stories, I guess, and like repost different things about different types of people. But essentially, my Instagram, like, it's not just my stories, but the reposting is all about like leveling up and you know dating like for your lifestyle and for your financial benefit and how guys that are of that nature like perceive women that are into that, and also Cardi B and like sales stuff and you know women that are into like self-care and financial independence and they like all this stuff. So like it's a mixture of stuff that I talk about in the story in a way that other people can say it better than me because maybe they're more direct or maybe they just have a better delivery of it than I do. My humor is good, but it's not something that I feel would work if I were to do a speech about it, unless I was like, oh, Song of Wata related, or this happenings, like, I can do that. I can like make a meme with like the writing or a meme with the characters, but I can't like I that's this what Instagram's for. UGC, user generated content. That's what it's all about. Reposting things and making it meaningful to what you're doing. So yeah, that's what my Instagram is about. And I talk about a post that one of the guys that I follow, which is, I don't follow a lot of guys on Instagram or socials in general, but this dude was the one that I thought was really funny, and he's talking about like how women dating up, and it was like comparable to a guy that just want to be a woman that he's not attracted to, and so with this scene, that this chapter, even though we know that Izan doesn't love Niambe, he still respects her enough to make sure that she's taken care of, and he still likes her enough or more than she likes him now because she's kind of backed off on being too much. Um, he takes care of things for her and makes sure that she's good and has what she needs. And so I thought that was interesting to think about how if she never flipped the script on the auction, I don't even know where she'd end up exactly because I didn't really consider that as an option. I was like, okay, this is the guy she's gonna get at the auction. That's it. Like I didn't think about her doing really anything else. Like I mentioned in the last like preview that the last live stream that she initially was supposed to be like one of three wives and kind of like a Cinderella dynamic where she's like the Cinderella and the other two wives are like the bullies and all this stuff like that. But it didn't seem to make a lot of sense for this particular scene or this particular relationship in the drama. That's not to say this couldn't happen later, maybe, but definitely not with this initial scene. And so, or this initial relationship. Um, and so I'm glad that I went this direction because it gave me more time to understand her and the characters and just how they all kind of, especially with her and Rizal, how they kind of get along and how they do have something there beyond the auction and the contract and things. And then the last thing is you'll notice that Sela is supposedly absent from this entire thing that's going down. I won't spoil nothing. I'm just gonna say it's real interesting that she's been to the city a couple times without Nyambe knowing. And, you know, she may or may not be there later on. I like to think that, like, when I write the dramas like this, like, you're only seeing one thing happening at one time, but there's a whole other scene happening at another time. And so, yeah, that's, you're gonna look at this next chapter a little interesting and see another perspective. All right. I'll go ahead and see if I can start this. Video file. Thing. Okay. So I'll put this episode on. It's 15 minutes long. And I guess I'll say I'm really glad I put the effort in for the sound effects and the visual effects. It's paid off. Like more people are engaging with it. It's really fun to see the likes and the views go up, and it's very interesting. And I've gotten more views on this one. This chapter has about the same amount of views I had in the first week as I think chapter 5 or chapter 3. So it's been interesting to see like the views kind of climb up. But let's see here. Whoops. Okay. All right. I'll stop talking and you guys can enjoy the video. This is Song of Wata, Written, illustrated, and narrated by Nakia Shade. And if something pops with music up, composed by Tanya Marie Edwards, Queen of Goldfish. A serialized audio drama. Actually, hold on. Let me try something else. I wanted the captions on from the other episode. Okay, hold on, let's see. Okay. There we go. Wait, 1 second. Okay. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share. So I'll watch this one, and I'll put subtitles on because I spent a little bit of time making sure that the subtitles would work properly. Hold on. I think I have to stop sharing, and then I have to go back in and share that version. Okay. Okay. Okay, now it works. Great. Look, I'm new to StreamYard. Okay. Okay. I'll play it through, and if something pops up that I want to share, I'll listen. All right. Enjoy. Give me like 2 seconds. I just realized something important that maybe, I don't know if it's happening. I'm thinking it might be happening. Oh no. Hi, Alyssa. Okay, I'll fix it. Let me see what's going on with the audio. Thank you for pointing that out. It could be that the source is not picking up. Um, Okay. Hold on. Okay. Now I can hear myself, but I still don't hear the drama. The drama. I'm gonna mute myself because it's getting feedback. So the video file was able to do a lot more. Thank you again for the leads. He writes a check and tears it free. 1/3 now. The rest I'll have next month. She pockets it, fidgeting her feet, and she hesitates. I overheard you and Zimmel talking about the ships. He studies her, the roses woven into her curls, heavy with dew. Pirates raided 7 Red J cargo ships during the Welcome Week Gala. Took everything off the ships and sold the crew. Everything gone. I'll call in favors. But that won't be enough. You're welcome. I don't know why this happens, I swear. It sucks, but the house won't smell the same when you're gone. Niambe touches your hair, and a rose petal falls on the desk. Oh, it wasn't possibly long. I trimmed it. He looks down, back to the ledger. She reaches into her pocket. The copper scissors catch the light. What if my hair helps? The Zoya line can release a collection of Mami Wata weaves, extensions, wigs, and braiding hair. Sell it by the gram. It'll cover boss care, everything. No. I'm not asking. I've already decided. Karens love my curls. They can love them on their heads too. She meets his gaze, and Rizwanuddin slams his ledger shut. Niambe jumps. No, I'm not that kind of man. Well, either this or we pay thugs to steal from my father's ships. And this is a wife's duty, isn't it? Bus. Enough bakwas. I don't believe in traditions as old as dirt, written to keep men comfortable and women submissive. I care about what you choose. She lifts the scissors. Start cutting. He finishes, rubber bands snapping tight. A small copper mirror slides across the desk. 5 dozen ponytails. Split the ponytails into half bundles. Sell it as virgin. Price it for braids and extensions. Red costs more. Bleached black and brown cost extra. How do you know all this? At my akika, my shaved hair was meant to be weighed in silver, then buried. Instead, the barber sold it to a salon. After that, Mama and Baba cut our hair themselves. No outsiders ever touched us again. So, I learned how to take what harmed me and still smile. This time, all the way to the bank. Lunar Gully women will process it. They're paid fairly. Niambe reads the address on legal paper and hands it to him. He nods. Thank you. Idris steps into the office, and the two men leave. Alone, Niambe touches her bare scalp. Warm, scratchy. Rosebuds blossom on the crown of her head, near her edges. Crushed roses fallen across her caftan. She traces the raised scars from the nickel at her throat and ears. Then, looks at the Keats branch songbird outside. Someday, I will be as free as you. At brunch, Niambe's handbrake rings. She answers. Every emotion inside her shrivels. Abu Bakr is dying. Rizwan Adine catches her before she falls on her chair. He studies her, murmurs comfort, as he guides her to the living room chaise, already moving. He makes calls, grabs her purse and coat, drives the car. He opens the doors before she knows they've reached the hospital on the hill. He hands her a visitor's tag. Outside Abu Bakr's room stands Imam Musa. To her family, Uncle Musa. To her, Moose, Abu Bakr's little brother. Dignified and oppressed though in Kufi, jade prayer beads slipping through his fingers. His eyes are red. He recites his du'as, only stopping when Niambe crumbles into his arms. She rubs her cheek in the wool of his winter thobe, steadying herself. Salam, Moose. Salam, Songbird. He rubs her back, and she doesn't let go, sobbing into his shoulder. After a few moments, he hands her a tissue. I can accompany you, Songbird. No, Moose. I can go alone. Then we'll wait here. Musa and Rizwan Adine remain in the visitors area. Abu Bakr lies propped up, hooked to IVs and beeping machines, breathing
I'll be
shallow.
right back. I need to get some water.
Baba, his hazel eyes blind Niambe. Nini, take me to the sea. Niambe grabs his hands. She hums away, the pain etched into his weathered face. Her voice soothes his pulse on the EKG monitor. Baba, you're too weak. And Warrington's 2 hours away. The doctor said. He squeezes her fingers. I will not die on land. The sea, Yamaya, calls me home. Ronnie slithers down and nestles on his stomach. She glows. Listen to your father, Nini. Niambe gasps. She hears her mother's voice, soft as rain, clear as wind. Mama, I'm too weak to be there, so Ronnie is helping me. I split my essence into those stones to keep an eye on you all. Sela found them and did what I asked. You can hear me now, Nini, because you've learned to become Mami Wata, to accept who you are, human and mother. Do not trust Delphine. She is the reason I died. Her heart is clouded with anger. Ronnie coils around Abu Bakr's wrist, pressing her nose to the pendant in his glowing hand. A rain-like hum fills the room. Take him to Warrington. Bring him to me. Niambe staggers. I. Abubakar smiles faintly. Ah, you hear her too. Ronnie lifts her head, eyes glowing lavender. He is crossing. Yamaya awaits. Go, now. The doors burst open. Delphine, a team of doctors, and a security guard storm in. They freeze. Delphine's voice is honey-coated metal. You can't take him anywhere. He stays here. Niambe rises tall and unafraid of the tap, tap, tap of the moonstone cane. Her Mami Wata powers surge. Crown of roses blooming, thorns sharpening like blades. She hums. Delphine wobbles, gripping her cane. The carved eyes along its length flare to life, shining like Ronnie's. The cane hisses. Delphine drops it, and the eyes stare back at her. That's your problem, Auntie. Move, or be crushed by what's coming. Delphine steps back, shaken. Niambe pulls out her handbrake. We need medical transport to Fort Stevens coastal access. Now.
Ma'am, that requires authorized clearance.
Clear the route. Authorize it. Rizwan takes a handbrake from her calmly. This is Rizwan Malik. Initiate code red. Coastal access. Full clearance. Sirens wail outside. Delphine sputters. You can't. Niambe, stop. You have no claim here, Auntie. Niambe and Abubakar are escorted out of the hospital.
Okay, that's it. That was the whole thing. um, I wanted to mention. I think I already mentioned this before. It's in there, but Tawny Marie Edwards, Queen of Goldfish. She's amazing. She's the one that composed the music for the drama. So check her out. She's great. Yeah, it would not be as epic if me just talking to myself the whole time, but then there's music to it, so it sounds cool. Yeah. Um, well, Alyssa, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, hope you enjoyed um that chapter. And if you have like questions, let me know. I like talking about this stuff. I also feel like I should start like making videos specifically for like behind the scenes, like BTS stuff, because I think that would be more interesting. Um, but I think doing like watch parties like this once the episode releases and then sharing like behind the scenes stuff would be really good. Oh, wait, how do I do this? Yeah. Oh, thank you. It's been fun, right? Like I've gotten better for sure. I feel like things are getting better with like effects and with story itself getting better. But then like the way that you experience it, I'm glad I put in the extra effort and CapCut did me dirty and wouldn't export my file. And I thought I had to go into Audacity and export it, and it's just a lot of headache a couple days ago. But thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Alyssa. Because you're also Alyssa is also a beta reader as well. So if you haven't checked her out, please do. She's a fantastic cartoonist and graphic designer and storyboard artist. And she does animatics and she's a wonderful friend. So thank you. The next part, look, I don't want to be ambitious because like this stuff takes time. Ideally, in a perfect world, chapter 10 would air this week. But I don't know yet because I haven't even recorded the audio. And after all the hiccups I dealt with CapCut and Audacity doing me dirty, I want to give myself time. But I have this personal goal to get this done, the last act in 2025 out there. So like let's pray to the VFX and SFX gods that this stuff works out. Because honestly, like it's one thing to sit there and record and do things on like in separate tracks and separate programs, then throwing it all together, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like sound effects might not work, or um the visual effects might not work, and so it takes like extra time. We'll see what happens. Thankfully, the same thumbnail applies to chapter 10 because it's part two, so we'll see. But worst case is, you guys just have to wait until January for the next chapter. Don't rush quality, but then people want it now. Yeah, honestly though, like that's how it is. Like sometimes it's like you just want to rush the quality. And this chapter, chapter 9, there it was like, cinema. Like not to brag or anything, but I did try very hard to add SFX and the visuals so that it would like you'd feel immersed. And I think that's why so many people are watching it now, like reviewing it. Way more views in the first day than like in the first month because I put all that extra effort into it. Yeah, I won't watch the quality because when it comes time for the act one, packaging the whole thing like the long Bollywood movie style where I put all the things together and it's all in act one and it's like an hour long. I want it to feel like good. So yeah, I won't rush it. Well, it'll take its time. I'll let the chapter 9 kind of soak in there, and then chapter 10 will come out when it comes out. There you go. um do you have any questions or anything? I wanted to share like having a giveaway also, but I want to just send you stuff, Alyssa. This is different. This is different. I just want to send you things. But this is for anyone else that's not Alyssa. This is the greeting card giveaway for Song of Wata. It's to celebrate Chapter Nine's completion. We're close to the end of Act One's completion, and this is a giveaway that you can enter by following the steps in the little description here. You don't have to pay shipping. So I'll just send this to you. Everyone else has to pay shipping. So so Alyssa's the lucky one because everyone else has to pay. But yeah, these are the four that are left in the collection that I had for this year. They always sell out as I give them away to vendors that I vend with, or I sell them at vending events. Like I had the different Washington County Art Alliance stuff as well that I did this year, and I sold a couple there. And then people in Rotary seem to like these a lot too. There's a lot of things happening with these cards. They travel places. People like these cards a lot. So these are the four that are left in this batch for this year, and they'll be signed as well. So yeah, you get a signed version, and if you don't know what they look like already, it's blank on the inside. Look, don't laugh at me, but this is hard to do it like this because I want to put it in front of my face, but QVC time, or you can't put it in front of your face. Blank on the inside, very high quality paper. On the back, there's a snippet of the story. It has a QR code where you can sign up for like coloring pages and other stuff in my community. So if you join my community, you'll also have access to other monthly greeting cards that I haven't released yet because now people want more cards and I want to make more art for them. So that's what's gonna happen. Um, and then on the front, there is art that goes with it as well. So this one is like Niambe's lunar ritual from I want to say from chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4. The lunar ritual from chapter 4. He's not going to be able to get the QVC right there. Yo, yeah, no, you're right, Alyssa. I need the QVC table. We're working on it. We're working on it. Upgrades will happen next year. Trust me. I'll have like all the cool stuff, and so everyone can feel immersion. Won't break the immersion. These are high quality paper, so you can write on it with like a marker or a pen or a pencil, and it won't bleed through the back because I've had cards, not my cards, but other cards that I purchased, and the quality paper is really bad. And then you get the envelope as well, an envelope. It comes in this really nice backing. So this is the called the Lunar Ritual. This of Niambe. This one is the Songbird Sings. This one is one of the characters that you haven't seen yet, and her songbird. This one is Sela and Niambe. Definitely, if you've been watching all of Act One, you definitely watched uh, Chapter 8, and then Chapter 10. This is like before the storm, like this is nice. This is a nice sister moment. It's too bad it's not happening now. And then this one is the Queens of Spring, and so it's the two of them, and also a nicer moment, on their sisters, lovely sisters, and it also has a bit of the um writing on the back, like of the story. This one's another one as well that's really popular. This has a bit of like the story. And keep in mind, these I released these in 2024. And you know, this story was still at a point where where it's not where it is now. Like, like this is relevant, but this doesn't matter until later. And if you're watched or listened to chapter 8, then you know that Sela can't even access her Mami Wata form until later. So some of these cards, it's not that they're like not canon or chronological. It's just my art did a lot of the heavy lifting before the story caught up. So these cards are really special because usually I don't release anything unless it's like perfect or it's like, oh, it's so like everything's, it's so good. It's canon. But I learned with this project in particular that you have to just like be okay with stuff happening, and you can always explain the lore in really cool ways. Even if it's not like perfect. So even though, there's a card with Sela, or as she learned, she has a different name in the end, which I think I already put on here. Amara, as she's called later. They still canon. It's just it's happening earlier that you're seeing it. And the thing I noticed with my greeting cards, the people that buy greeting cards aren't the people that necessarily watch the drama or listen to the drama. They're two separate audiences, and that's cool. So for those people that just purchase a card, they're like, oh, okay, it's pretty art, it looks great, keep going, but like they're not invested in the story. That's why I put the story on the back, so that if they're curious about it, you know, if someone in Rotary is curious, she can be like, oh, what's this story about with the mermaids, and then use the smartphone and get on with it. So that's the thing I noticed, that not everyone, it doesn't translate all the way. But you're saying a lazy Susan, auto rotate table, and QVC right here. Yeah, I agree. The QVC vibes will happen uh in the near future. But if you have any questions, let me know. I have to get going in like a few minutes. So if you have questions, let me know. Wondering if there's anything I didn't share, because earlier I was talking about stuff like the this episode's like um thing. Library versions let you go to library and rent out display cases too. Oh, of the cards? Yeah, I've done that before. Let me see if I can bring it up. I've had an exhibit at a library once before, and at least the library I went to, they were struggling to see what I had in the case, and I had my art in there too. Um, but it would be nice to go to another library that can actually hold like a poster size. 'Cause I would love to have like a poster size in there. How do I share this? I think I have to like put it as a new thing. I'll share. I'm sure there's other places with shelf spaces, but I can't leave any at the moment. I've had my art at like coffee shops. I have some at coffee shop I sell the cards at, and then stuff for display. Yeah, I learned from another artist. You can see the art and read the back and catch up on the series. People can see the art and read the backs and the code to catch up on the series. Version of those you can go to the library and rent out display cases and that's a good idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I know there's more. At least in Oregon anyway, we do have like art galleries that are always looking for people's artwork, and that's definitely something that wouldn't be a bad idea. That'd be a good idea actually. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like it would be to have the QR codes on the back of these so that people want to know what's happening, and then like every time it's like, oh, okay, now I'm caught up. Like that QR code leads to like a page where you can get like the coloring pages, and so the updates, the episodes will update as each one goes on. And so that's kind of like the incentive I give people, where if you get a card and you are curious, then you're able to um, keep up with everything that's happening through that QR code. But I would like to try something like you said, Alyssa, where it's like, maybe just like finding a cool place that like appreciates art, and I can get my stuff in there. And maybe, like you said, like something bigger than the cards would be pretty cool. So yeah, I want to look into that. That sounds pretty cool. I'm sure there's tons of places around here that would be down for that. I wanted to share this one if I can. Uh, screen share. Okay, this is the one that I talked about. That I mentioned a moment ago, which is like where I had my art in like a display setting. Um, I think it would be nice though, like you said, if it's a bigger size, it would be cool to have some sort of way that people can look at it. But that in and of itself, they like seem to have like a struggle. Oh wait, sorry, hold on. Okay, there you go. See, this is a big brain moment for me. I realize the quality is a little scuffed for some reason. Okay, now it's better. But like this is the that was like the shelf I had at like one of the libraries. And I thought that was cool. But yeah, I like what you meant by having the QR codes. Maybe somewhere on the front or something you can just kind of learn a bit more. Yeah. Um, do you have any questions about anything that I've done, like tools or um where this is all going? You're a beta reader still, but there's still things that I change and everything, even afterwards, because I want it to be really good. So there may be some changes that happen at the same time. Um, you know the story, Alyssa, but like I don't know how far in things have gotten, especially for this. This one in particular, I've definitely tried to keep my ideas as focused before I kind of get too scattered. Because beta readers have lives too, and I don't want to I don't want to ask for too much. Um, what do you have for offering freebies? Your website has a free coloring page. People give an email. What else would you recommend? Like, because I know for you, Alyssa, like you are a character designer, you're a graphic designer, you're a cartoonist. I would say, depending on like what you want to offer people, have a page dedicated to that. So, say you have your like character design class, you could have like a PDF and like maybe a video that explains we the top 3 tips or top 10 tips for designing a character, and then you kind of take them through it and you get this PDF that recaps the video and um, offers like a step-by-step guide. You can do PDFs, you can do like supply list, you can do prompts for my other landing page or the cut and create collage kits. I do prompts, so you can download prompts that go with the collage kits, and you can have fun with that. Um, I'm thinking of something else for you because you do graphic design also. I would say you could also offer like a graphic design, like best softwares that you use, and then add your like affiliate links and your referral codes in there. And so people click on those links and you get paid whenever somebody uses it. And then you can position yourself as the authority because you are. So you can be like, oh, I use whatever you use. Because you know so much. You know a lot about softwares. You know a lot about programs that even I don't know. So I would I would I would do something like that where you offer like a freebie of the kind of stuff that you recommend, and then put your affiliate links in there, or your referral links in there, or your codes, and then you get paid. And then everyone likes like coloring pages, so that's another thing. If you wanted to offer that, you had your page dedicated to good. You should think about using Kit to make a cartoon live page that maybe next year. Yeah, I use Kit. I use Kit. Yeah, here, let me show you. Um, Kit's. I'm using the free version of Kit, by the way. I'm using Kit right now. Um, uh, yeah, I use Kit, so I would recommend using Kit. Well, you know, but because you showed me, yeah, no, Kit's great. Like, you don't need this super complicated like sales nurture sequence. You don't need use Kit because I use Kit because I can add a YouTube video and then you download the coloring page. A dedicated page to your goodies and tips would be great, but the point is that you make it as a PDF so that people have to give you their emails so that you can provide that PDF. So, like with the one that I have, the Nakia Shade one, once you supply your email, then you're directed to my school community where you can download it from there. I want more people to know about school for authors. That's what I do. But generally, you could just like link it to like a PDF, like a Google Drive, a Dropbox, whatever. So yeah, you can do stuff like that. And like I have one for cool storytellers, the cut and create paper collage kits. So I have one for specifically for prompts for that one, and then you can make another one for whatever you want. But that helps if you're just trying to direct people to specific things. You offer different services, and so you just want to offer the services that people that you think would benefit from having a freebie from you. And then you can do other stuff that can, whether they want to book a call with you, or if you want to get them on your newsletter, or you want to, direct them to your portfolio or whatever. But this is good for people that come across your work that are like fans or interested, or other authors or other creators that you like. that's a good way to build your build your email list through that way. Yeah, I like Kit a lot. There's other stuff that exists out there, but Kit's good because um, it's free and it's just it's like no nonsense. It's pretty simple to use. Just I'm a big fan. Okay, I have to leave in a few minutes, but if there's anything else, let me know. 'Cause this was a lot of fun for me. I want to do this again, having like a watch party thing. Yeah, and like let me know how I can help you out, like how I can support what you're doing, if it's with your kit or if it's with your whatever you're doing. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here and always appreciate you with your support with the series and your beta reading and just amazing stuff. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I've hosted this. It was a lot of fun. This is new for me, but I just want more people to know about it. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being here for chapter 9. We did a little watch party and I talked about the giveaway. You have until the 17th, 17th for the giveaway and of January. And yeah, and I explained how to enter. You basically follow me on social and then you join to your tier of the community on school so that I can mail this to you because it's not like a coloring page. I can actually just mail it to you. And Alyssa might be getting something in the mail soon. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go. But thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being here, Alyssa. And if anyone's joining at the end of the stream, hello, I'm Nakia Shade, and I'm a nationally award-winning author, and I'm a Dark Horse Comics author and artist, and I'm the creator of Song of Wata and Nakia Shade's solo fiction dramas. Oh, see you next year? Yeah, I know, right? God, time flies. All right, I'll see you next year. I guess everyone that's on the stream, and then I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.